Hey guys, how are you and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to show you a few favorites that I've been using for the past 2 months, I think. And I've been using them constantly. I'm not into doing favorites videos just with new products that I have in my collection. Even before I decided that I was going to be in a no-buy, I was using products from my collection always, doing project progresses and project plans. So I want to show you a few products that I rediscovered in my collection. A few of them, they're new to me. They were in my collection, but they're new to me using them. And others, I just fell in love with them again. So if you want to see the products that I chose from my collection to be favorites because they have been used a ton in the past 2 months, then just keep on watching. The first thing I want to show you is a powder, and this used to be a favorite. This took the place of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Then I rediscovered my Laura Mercier translucent and said that this wasn't the powder for me again. That it was top, but it wasn't as good as Laura Mercier. I rediscovered it again and I'm in love with it. It's the powder that I'm wearing today on my face. I've been with my face makeup for about 4 hours now. And I just love it. I think this powder makes my skin look flawless. I think it has a downside to it is that I don't think it will work for everyone because it does have a peachy undertone. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. And I truly love this powder. I truly do. I love the scent. I love the application. I'm gonna miss it when it's gone. And it's already right here. You can see it. It's more than half gone. It's just a perfect powder for me. It's good for oily people. I have an oily T-zone. My nose, it's extremely oily. I'm not saying that it keeps my oils at bay forever, for the entire day, but it does help with a mattified center of my face. The second product that I wanted to mention, it's a foundation, and it's the Sheer Glow Foundation by NARS. This is in the color Light 6, Ceylan, and I also have it in a Stromboli. I really like this shade. I have to say, it amazes me how dumb I've been when buying foundation because I always buy a shade that's too dark for me. So I have about 3 foundations that actually match my skin tone, and then I have like 40 foundations that are way too dark for me, and this matches me perfectly. So I really need to consider when I finish all my light foundations that are my colors. Since I'm not allowed to buy foundations, to buy a foundation lightener, recommend please below a few foundation lightening products that do not change the consistency of the foundations in order for me to just use up the foundations that I have and that I love the formulas of, but I need to be able to wear them when I'm self-tan and when I'm not. So that would be a good way to just not buy foundation and not fall back into buying foundations, but just use the ones that I have. But coming back to this product, this is an amazing foundation. If I use 3 dots on my face like today, like a dot on each place, like 5 dots, it covers what I want to cover, just evens out my skin tone. And if I want it to be full coverage, it will be full coverage. It's just a foundation that even though it says sheer on the name, it's just beautiful. And even though it says glowy on the name, it's just not an oily foundation, and it's not a foundation that will just break up on me. It's just long lasting and beautiful. I have one brush right here, and this has taken the place of my Ita brush by NARS. And you guys know that I love that brush. It's really worn. But this came with the Benefit powder. It's the Hello Flawless. I think that's the name of the powder, Hello Flawless powder. And I found that inside the powder that it was basically unused. And I've been loving this for contouring. It's just softer than the Ita brush. It's really nice. So if Benefit would sell a brush like this, I would prefer that over the Ita brush. I'm sorry, Ita brush, if you're listening. But this is a really nice brush. And it also helped me. I was thinking that I needed to get another Ita brush just for my makeup kit. And it helped me with that because now every brush that I have, Chanel, Estee Lauder, a lot of brushes that I had like this that came with compacts that I never used, I'm using them for clients just to contour their face and bronze the face more precisely. So it's been good using things that I thought were trash. Mascara hasn't been always a favorite product for me. I've always felt like they did nothing really. Like Some of them were nice, but they were nothing amazing. The e-cosmetics one, superhero, it's amazing. The better than sex is amazing, but sometimes it smudges on me. And then the voluminous carbon black is consistent. It's just a mascara that I can go to time after time and it will look pretty and it will hold my lashes and it won't smudge. So I use that on my kids and sometimes on myself if I have it. Another mascara that I've been loving, and that these I think it's holy grail status for me now. I won't say that it's gonna be the only mascara that I use for the rest of my life after I finish the ones that I have, but it's been so good. And every time I wear another one, that I'm rotating with this one because I don't like the other one that much. I feel like it's just blah. So yeah, it's the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara. And I didn't purchase this. This was a gift, I think a Gem Beauty gift or a Makeup by Mario class gift. And it was an open in my collection. Lancome is not a brand that I go to because I find the packaging to just not be exciting. So I never really purchased a lot of Lancome stuff. But these surprised me a ton. I'm gonna show you the wand. It's really curvy and beautiful, and it gives so much volume to your lashes. It's just crazy. And then on top of that, I've been going through this sample that I got at Ulta last time I went to the US, and it just now holy grail for me. I don't think I will ever go back a mascara without a primer. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Primer Base, and it's just a little tiny sample. It looks disgusting, it looks gray, it's actually white, but I use it every single day. It gives my lashes a ton of volume, but I still can't say that this is amazing by itself because I've used this with the Tarte mascara that I don't like, and my lashes look better than without it, but they don't look better than this combo right here. So if you're looking for a mascara, I would highly recommend these two things. Or if you have mascaras that are not volumizing enough, this is really nice and you can get it for $4, I think, on Amazon, and it works amazingly. Before my no buy started on December 9th, I ordered a 2-pack of this one, the big size, but you know that I have to send everything from the US to here, so I haven't gotten that, and I've been struggling because this is about to run out. Another product that I've been really loving is the Real Techniques Mini Sponge, and this was one of those purchases that I'm happy that I made it. It was a $2 purchase because this was actually on sale at TJ Maxx, and since I'm always buying beauty sponges for my makeup kit, I was thinking that maybe this would work for people that has really deep set eyes, and sometimes the big sponge I can't reach it, and sometimes I don't want to mess up the makeup by using the big already dirty sponge from the foundation just to set the under eyes. So I wanted to have this, and it was a 2-pack, and I used them a ton. I use them on almost every single one of my clients, so I've been reaching out for it. Sometimes I wash it and use it on myself. I've been really loving them, and on sale they were even better because I don't know what's the regular price on this, but for $2 for both of them, they will last me a while. So I truly would recommend them. They get way bigger than this because this is when they're dry, but you can see the size is perfect. It's not like the Beauty Blender minis that are super small. These are more like the blusher in between the mini Beauty Blender mini and the Beauty Blender blusher type of sponge. Other thing that I have to mention is the Laneige For Skin Water Sleepy Mask. And these I had for a while in my collection, but since I've been going through the products that I have, this has been amazing. I use it sometimes when I'm editing before I have to just take a shower and start doing my makeup or filming again. And I love it. I have an oily T-zone, but this doesn't make me super oily or anything. It doesn't really change my skin except for making it softer and just being a pampering product. I'm about to run out of it. So it had a pretty good amount for being a deluxe size sample, and I have about two uses left on it. And I'm not a skincare junkie, so when I go through a few of the masks that I have in sample sizes, I maybe will buy this, but I have to go through every single sample of masks that I have. I love having a hydrating mask on my kit for my brides, but I also love having one that's simple to use like this one for when I travel and take long trips, and I put it after I land and sometimes on the airplane itself. So I love having them, but I don't need a huge tub of it. Maybe I will repurchase it, maybe I won't, but now that I have it and I'm enjoying it, it's a really nice product and it's perfect for my skin type. My brows are not that tinted. They're sort of pale and they have almost no color on the hairs that are on the outside of the brow. Sometimes I want them to look more filled out naturally before I use my Anastasia brow wiz because I don't want to run through it super quickly. So I used to have the Essence Make Me Brow. I still have it, but now it's living permanently on my makeup kit on a shade lighter. I don't remember the name, but I decided to purchase the Brownie Brows, the color 02. This is the darker one. And I use it every time before I fill my brows. And this helps a lot. Even when I want to just go out, I have to take my dogs out for a walk or just do something and I don't have a full face of makeup. I feel naked without brows, without mascara, and without lip balm. So this is one of those products that you just comb your lashes up and it will tint them and they will look better and they will look textured and beautiful. So this has been an amazing product and it's about $3 and I got two, one for my kids and one for myself. And I got them on sale for buy one, get the other one half off. They ended up being like $2 for each of them or something crazy like that. It was super inexpensive and they're beautiful. I find this to be a super good dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow that I have loved for years. So you can see the one right here is really tiny. I always clean it in the back of my hand before applying it, or I will just put it on before applying my foundation because sometimes it will get messy because it will have too much product on the wand. That's the only downside to it, but it's a really nice product and I love that it's super inexpensive. For tools, I've been loving my Wayne Goss eye set. It's all blending brushes and to be honest, I don't think you actually need a flat brush when you do makeup like I do it. A flat brush, I mean like a bolita brush. How do I call that in English? Like a shader brush. I prefer to do my eyes just with blending brushes. For precision, I love like an eyeliner brush or a smudger brush. But to pack color on the lid, I don't really need to have a shader brush. Not all the time, but blending brushes are my thing. The way these pick up color, it's insane. These are the ones that I've been using only for myself. When I put them on my kids, I feel jealous. I don't want to use them on anyone. They're super pricey and I want to keep this set only for myself. And I would love to have dupes for these two brushes on my kit because they're really nice and detailed. But I've been obsessing over these. I think they're a good investment. And Wayne Goss brushes, I have a few of them and I've had them for 5 years, 4 years, and they're perfect. They're in perfect condition. If you take care of them, they will be in perfect condition. And the ones that I use on my clients every time I do makeup, they're still in perfect condition and I wash them more often than these ones. And then I have a few Morphe brushes that I've been really impressed with. These I got multiples of the last time I went to the US. And these are the three brushes. I love the M506 and it's a blending brush, but it's a small blending brush. It's soft, it's not harsh, and this is about $2 or $3 or something like that. They all are. I think this is $2 and I think this was like $4. So they're super inexpensive and I always buy stuff with coupons. I will not pay full price almost for anything in my collection unless it was because I'm a no buy. It was a new release that I really wanted and that I had to have it as soon as it released because it takes after they ship it to my locker about 2 weeks or 3 weeks to get here. So if I really wanted it extra quick, then I would order it from the exact website like Anastasia, for example, on the Sultry palette or something like that. But I usually wait a 20% off or a coupon to buy something. I don't pay full price because I make money in pesos, not in dollars. This is another one, and these I used to pack color all over the lid. if I want something super pigmented and detailed. And I also use it for the inner corner, or just to do the touch of color that I do right here. This is the Morphe M213, and I have about 6 of these brushes. And this is one of the best brushes that I've purchased, because it's so good to pack color when the color is not that pigmented, when the eyeshadow doesn't want to work with me, to place glitter in the exact place where I want to place it. It's just a good detailed brush, and I love brushes when it comes to detail work. I find them to be super useful and make my job way easier and way more pleasurable when I have the right brushes to do it. I also have here the Morphe M508. These I bought about 3 of them, and this is nice because I've used smudge brushes before, but they have been actually wide. So every time I apply in the color, if the eye is smaller, it will tend to drag a little bit and give me a little bit of fallout or a kick up. With the bristles moving, the eyeshadow will just go like and damage my foundation. Since I always apply foundation first, I don't want anything to ruin it. This is more precise and tiny, and I truly appreciate having this brush in my collection, in my personal kit, and also in my professional kit. I have the Becca Bronzing Skin Perfector, and I've been mentioning these on a few videos because I put this in my Project Progress last month. Then I put it on this Project Progress that is actually up on my channel already, the December to January Project Progress, and I've been truly enjoying it. And I don't know why I feel like I wasted the entire bottle using it as a primer. I love it as a bronzer on top of foundation. It's just perfection, the way it blends into the skin, the color that it has. And I was looking for it to link it on the Project Progress video. I thought it was discontinued, but it's actually on the Becca website, half off. So if you were gonna purchase a cream bronzer, the time to do it would be with this one on the Becca website, because it's not at Sephora anymore. I bought it at Sephora when I first got it, but it's not at Sephora anymore, and it's half off, which is an amazing price because I've had this for years, and when I first got it, I used it for about 6 months straight, and I wouldn't run out of it, and I used it as a primer for my entire face, and I still wouldn't run out of it. And now that I use it as a bronzer, I need even less product, and I love the consistency. I have to say that I prefer this creamy consistency than the Milk makeup stick, the bronzer stick in Baked. Even though I love that, I would definitely get this over that. I even love the sheen that it has. I need less bronzer to put on top, less powder bronzer, and I've been just obsessed with it. This is just a beautiful product. I would wear it by itself without foundation and it would still look beautiful and glowy and bronzy. So this is one of those products that it's a gem in my collection that I didn't even know I had because I was using it in a different way. And then last but not least, for me, the Professional has always been a staple, to just use a tiny bit and fill out my pores, or the Dr. Brand Pores No More. But I'm always going back to the same primers, even though I get samples of primers for the entire year that I made purchases and grab point perks of primers. I wasn't ever in love with a primer. I've tried the Urban Decay Optical Illusion one. I've tried another pore filling primer like the No Pore Blem primer that I have it, the Touching Soul primer. I have a few primers and I've gone through a ton of them this year. None of them topped up the Professional or the Dr. Brand until this one came up. This is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. And you can see this was a 100 point perk. I already have to open it up and use it with a spatula. And I will reuse this little bottle. This is something that I want to get about 15 of them to just carry the foundations of my kit in bottles like this, because it would be more useful for me and more friendly for my kit since it's so heavy with a lot of foundation bottles. This is insane. I haven't been able to find a packaging that's exactly like it with a pump, because it would be better with a pump. I won't waste that much product. But going back to the primer, this primer keeps me matte for longer, and it just never competes with my makeup. It never gets like bully or just rolls up. It's just beautiful. I truly love this primer. And if I didn't have a few more pore filling primers to go through, I would purchase the full size of this one. The Professional, I'm basically carrying it now on my kit, and I have one that's about to run off completely, but I sometimes interchange products from my kit to my personal kit. So yeah, when I run out of a lot of pore filling primers, I have to only keep two, one for my kit and one for myself. I will probably buy this for myself. So that's it, guys. Those are the products that I had for favorites for the past 2 months. They're just my current favorites, products that I've been actually reaching over and over. One of the favorites that I also have, but I didn't want to show it to you guys on this video, it's the Tropic Palette by Natasha Denona. It's what I'm wearing today on my eyes. It's what I wore on the lilac look that you saw me on the first video that I did for my no buy. It's also what I wore on I don't remember, but I had like a blue pop of color or mint pop of color in the lower lash line. So I've been wearing that a ton. It's in my project progress, but it's just beautiful and I love the pigmentation. I love the matte. I just love everything about that palette. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It will help me a lot. Also, go and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I do it Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So remember that I'm in a no buy, so my main thing is that I won't buy products. I'm gonna love what I have. That's it, guys. I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.